This Sunday morning in Nashua was all about lacing up the shoes and having fun.
Good morning. I'm Liz Kelly, and welcome to our second annual Nashua Lions Club Making Strides Against Diabetes event.
The local Lions Club hosted a 5K at Mine Falls Park to raise money for a summer camp for kids with diabetes. It's also where I met up with a local runner named Randy Pierce for a kind of pre-race briefing.
Remember, if you're warning me about obstacles, it's obstacle in 3, 2, 1.
Randy is completely blind, and he asked me to do something I've never done before, be his running guide on the race course.
Get set, go!
2, 1, we're on the dirt. Perfect. I'm up on a soft right turn up here. You have to understand, Randy Pierce loves the rush of a race. He wasn't going to let losing his vision stop that, which is why he's a perfect fit for his day job.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let him go into his bed.
Randy is the president and CEO of Future Insight in Concord, a group that helps the vision impaired connect with services.
Roughly how many people in New Hampshire are vision impaired?
Roughly 28,000, a number which stuns people.
Including Randy himself, who suddenly lost his vision after starting a job just after college.
1 year into the job, suddenly, 2 weeks, I lost all of my right eye. Half of my left eye closed into a tunnel.
Due to a mitochondrial disease, he would eventually lose all his vision. And like thousands of others, had to learn to navigate everyday life differently. So he turned to the services provided by Future Insight.
Its entire mission is to advance the independence of individuals who are blind and visually impaired.
Courtney Hoppy is Director of Development here. She says with an aging population, more people are experiencing loss of vision. Most have partial loss, but some go totally blind. They can provide everything from advice on getting a guide dog, counseling, even help modify your home. For example, using sound buttons to guide you through everyday tasks.
Our providers will help people affix them to a microwave or an oven so somebody can set the appropriate time to cook food and prepare a meal for themselves on their own and not have to rely on their family members to come over and help them.
They also train people on new technology. Randy showed off how your smartphone can verbalize what someone is looking at.
Below the painting, there's a label with text. On the floor, there is a dog bed with a black dog lying on it.
Using all those tools, those with vision loss can navigate everyday life. In fact, Randy Pierce took that to the next level. Using guide dogs and volunteer help, Randy has hiked some of the tallest peaks in the world, including New Hampshire's 48 4,000-footers in winter.
Nice job.
He's won national marathon championships, run the Boston Marathon. He was named the 2001 Patriots Superfan, and he wrote a book with his wife and does motivational speaking.
You know, I have a pretty amazing life. And some of that is a choice, but it's not despite my blindness. In part, it's because of it. It taught me how to handle adversity. It taught me how to solve problems in a different way. And all of those transfer to everything we do in life.
Which led us to a street in Concord where we practiced running together.
If you stop suddenly without telling me, I'll probably overstep you a little. If you say, hey, stopping, I'll be ready for you. Make sense?
We both hold an end of a walker cane. Pushing that cane and using verbal cues helps Randy know where to go. The question is, will this work in a real race? Back on the course in Nashua.
Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? Doing great. How about you?
It was my job to guide Randy around or even through obstacles, like a narrow trail gate.
Boy, okay, good. You can come back out. Beautiful day to be out here supporting a good cause.
Out here, we encountered bikes, rocks, and lots of people and tree roots.
Potholes will be coming up. Yep.
Sure, there were a few stumbles along the way, but after about 30 minutes, Randy and I crossed the finish line, feeling both impressed and relieved.
Let me be clear, I was way more nervous than he was, right?
I would say that's true.
Yeah.
I've done it a few more times than you.
That was great, man. Thank you for the opportunity.
Well, thank you, because without you doing that, I don't get to run, right? And that's our world. The more people are willing to help each other out, that's how we get through it.
Great. Awesome. Thank you.